Good morning. It's last weekend in July and it's overcast but quite pleasant. It will get to 26, quite doable, and we came here today to talk, well, to do things, but also to talk about what are the wins this year in the allotment. Despite all the problems we had, we're still harvesting, which is probably the ultimate way of thinking if we want something. What is still doing really well and having a little bit more upbeat chat about it. So as you can see, right behind me are the Brassica beds which I've planted. So this bed have been planted not that long ago and is mainly Kohlrabi, unknown brassicas, I lost the labels, and some kale, different kales. And as you can see, the Kohlrabi is actually bulbing nicely. It's been very rarely watered. I actually did water it today and changed the covers on it. The few holes that you can see on some of the leaves, there must be more slug damage than a butterfly damage, because I've checked and none of the leaves have any eggs on them, but you never know. However, they're doing fine. We're here every day, so we are able to pick out if something is, sort of not right. This one have been planted a couple of weeks later, and as you can see, there is some turnips, some unknown things and predominantly kales for winter. So these are doing equally well. What I think is the win on these, that they have been very rarely watered, and despite all the heat and despite all the problems we had, they actually survived and fairly well. So I think that is a win. This is the last bed which we have declared that nothing, the beans will not grow. It's been watered and watered, and I have one lonely bean there and some munched up peas, maybe 4 or 5 of them. So we've decided to put the remaining seedlings of who knows what and just enjoy whatever comes. So I'm going to be shortly watering them and covering them from the butterflies and pick up the few weeds that are also popping out. So that is definitely a win. I had a little bed of Brassica, and these are the giant white Kohlrabi here. As you can see, I quite like my Kohlrabi, and some beetroot on the back. So that is going okay. Again, barely ever watered. I will give everything water today because I'm not doing very much except that and some harvesting. And what is a proper win is this spinach. This spinach is self-sown. Somebody gave me maybe 4 seedlings last year. We had abundance of spinach, and despite the leaves being really massive, it must be Italian, some sort of variety, because they use lots of Frenchy seeds, the person I'm talking about. And this self-sown this year, well, is all the spinach I really need. We've been harvesting tomatoes for a week now, and every now and then there is not massive harvest, but there is few. And oh, well, we better do that, because I can see that some other friends are already sharing it with us. So this is the little tomato harvest we had today, and this is the first of the Crimson Crush, which did suffer from the blossom rot, but seems to be going okay now. So I'm gonna harvest this first one. So that's it. If that's not a win, I don't know what is. Is it sweet or is it sharp?
Sweet, tastes just like tomato.
I've been looking at these beans. They have been planted quite a while ago and they haven't fruited much, but I looked at it yesterday and well, actually we do have few. I don't know if you can see this. I might have to bring the camera closer. We have some of these yin and yang beans, so I'm going to carry on harvesting them. Do you remember when I last week said the beans are flowering but not setting? And that is absolutely true. This week, look at that. We started water them and look at that. There is some beans there to be harvested and there is quite loads more really setting, so we should be in the beans after all. So I'm not quite sure, was that the runner beans on the back, because these are the French beans, so we won't have those this year, but we will have French beans. Well, that's something, isn't it? The first few beans, and look at these. They're not yet ready, but as I said, not far off. Let's hope nothing gets them. Not yet harvestable, but look at that cucumber. And there is another one which might come to fruition. So there is hope. Now we have a few Swiss chard leaves which would like to be nice to harvest. She didn't even go into the lovely. The Jerusalem artichokes have been very good this year. These one particularly I've already harvested early in the spring. It's coming back with more heads, more flowers, and there is another one going in here. And a couple of those as well are not this one is very open, but some of them are not too open. So I shall harvest them today. Really need something if we cut some of these, there is a good chance that they will sprout some more. I can see some buds forming. We might have another lot. So in the same bed as my eaten white cabbage is the red cabbage, which is also ready. I'm going to pick up a couple of heads today because I will try to maybe do some cooking with it. These can be also done for winter, so let me just see if there's a couple of nice little hearts there. I don't want them massive, so let's harvest a couple of those. So I've decided to have it before anything else is having it. Now, these are not that easily harvested, to be fair. Here it is, quite nice little red cabbage. Couple of the Bromley apples are ready and I think would do well with the red cabbage. And here's another. I'm just going to try. It does come off. First courgette. The round one looks like it's going to be edible. Oh! I'm just getting rid of those which are not really feasible. I can see they will come to nothing, but we like them fairly small, so there's plenty more forming here. The rhubarb is looking fairly good. I'm just going to take 2 or 3 sticks. I don't need anything for that. Just twist really, and that's that. That will come off really happily, I'm sure. Oh, must not break the jar. And let's do this one. So with some sweet peas, parsley, mint, marjoram, my basket is full and I'm ready to go home. So that is a measure of success, and the pleasure that the garden gives us and keeps us fit is another one. I'm just going to find out Nigel to say goodbye with him, and hopefully see you next week.
Well, that's Saturday morning finished. We've collected watered, a little bit of harvesting, and generally potted. So that's Saturday morning, grey, August, July. So we've had quite a good time, really.
Well, I think the whole point of it is that although we, with the amount of effort that we've put into the allotment this year, we were expecting, be absolutely overwhelmed with the harvest, but we still have the harvest. There's loads of things still to come, and is everything to look forward to. So for every disaster there is a little bit of success. So as all the gardeners do, let's just keep potting on and enjoy every day and every week here. So thank you very much for watching, and let us know what you thought about it. And if you want to see us again, please do subscribe. Bye for now.